And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's go. Three.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here's Gurley, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Touchdown, Vikings! touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And incomplete to open things up. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10, Stafford again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. John Simon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Brown. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down throw for Mariota. And they get to Mariota here in as he's dropped on the sack. Sean Robinson forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Mariota now on second down. And he's going to go down again.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with a... After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Let's go. Tight right. 3.
On the toss, it's Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they begin the drive with a duel. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Monday. Set, lady.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Stay 50. Set, 180.
They start the drive with Abdullah. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Back 53. Back 53.
Stafford on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll toss to Gurley left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
One. 3. One.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Abdullah. And some space here. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
First down, Stafford here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford rolling to his left. Wilson snags it left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Stafford. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Michael Roberts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make our score 14-7. Martin the punter now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
One.
A second down throw here for Mariota. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, Mariota dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
One.
Mariota again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20.
We're rolling. Set, ladies.
They go with Abdullah again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Yeah. 4 down, tag 53. Set, 260. 4 down.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Stafford now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 4 down. Ready? Blue 60.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Tag 53.
Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
One. Keep it rolling.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. To throw is Mariota. He's got Evans. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Let's go.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 3, 3, 3.
Now Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
1, 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. What up?
3rd and goal, Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Hey, tag 50 left.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, they run with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
One. Alert. 3 down. Watch the slant. Watch. Three. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So here come the Lions now.
Hey, middle. Set. Go waiting. Hey,
70. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. A second down run for Abdullah. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Zebra. Tag 53. Set. Blue 60.
They go back to Abdullah on first. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Set. 180.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bobby Wagner. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.